Good morning. This is Robert Goodman here on Positive Stroke, Staying Clean. I'm so happy that I am a part of your recovery this morning. And we had some issues, technical issues today, and caused us to broadcast our live feed later this today. So actually, it's 2 hours late. And what I was going to talk about was purpose, our purpose. Our purpose in life, our purpose in our addiction, our purpose in recovery, our purpose. And as I go back, I'm 66 years old, and I look back on my entire life that there's one thing that made me better than who I was at that particular time, and that was a purpose. Something that I believed in, something I felt that was necessary to happen. And if I look back onto my active addiction back in that time, I learned that my active addiction, I did have purpose. I felt that the drug that I was taking was relieving the pain, the mental and emotional pain that I was experiencing. It gave me purpose to conduct my life the best way I knew how. It gave me purpose. Even though I had a lot of hell and crazy things happen in my life, even though I was involved in some very disrespectful and crazy things and of me breaking the law of the land, I had purpose. I had goals that I was striving for. I had goals that I was striving for. I was after a certain thing to make me better. But as I learned more about myself, is that the direction that I was going, I duped and I conned myself into believing this was the right way. So I gave up and put my trust in recovery, another purpose in my life. I realized that the recovery that I was receiving was causing me to change my behavior and my outlook on life, which I did. Purpose, a new way of life. I had purpose in my life. And as I completed the 12-step program, which that was my purpose to complete this, to stay clean and sober, I did this, then I was at a plateau. I was continually doing the things that was working in my life. And then again, purpose came into effect. After having a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to addicts and to practice these principles in all our affairs. That meant now I have purpose in spreading the message to help someone else get the program of recovery, to help them not live the pain that I have lived for 40 years. I've destroyed my life. I have nothing to look forward to than just a normal life, because everything that meant so much to me, I destroyed by my addiction. So I had purpose on helping someone else. And then after I was achieving that and was helping others, then out of the blue, here comes my wife. Another purpose. My purpose now is to make her a part of my life. My purpose is to be two, but now become one. My purpose is for us to live our best lives. Another purpose, another thing that keeps Robert going, living his best life. So what I'm realizing is that it's the purpose that I have in my life that makes me better. That I strive to do better. I strive to be better. I take care of myself in a manner that I am a faulty person, so I must pay attention to myself because I can do more damage to myself and others. So I have purpose on making my life better, purpose on making my wife's life better. I have purpose on keep staying clean and sober. I have purpose on social media to help others get into the hands of recovery, to live their best lives, to look at themselves and find out what will work for them in the program of recovery and how they can live their best lives and achieve inner peace and happiness like I have. Purpose. Purpose. When you learn a new job, you get this job, you have purpose on making sure that you get this job, that make sure that you go up in this job, that you build yourself as a responsible, productive person at this job, that you can be rely on to be there on time, that they can rely on you to get the job done, that you're a responsible person they can come to when they need help. Responsible. Purpose. There's another purpose. And by doing this, that means I generate income for me and my family. Purpose. Purpose. So I come to realize that purpose, all of us need to have a purpose or a goal to do something to make ourselves better, to make our lives better. We have a purpose to make our lives better, to move forward in our means of recovery. So I hope what I shared this morning about purpose will make you think. Like, I have a purpose. And interesting, I was diagnosed with cancer and they removed my prostate, which gave me a whole set of problems and situations that I never expected or knew nothing about. So as I've done my research after the fact, I realized the conditions of my body that it's in and what I have to do to repair it. And it seems Greek to me. It seems strange to me. But I do it because it's for the betterment of me. Purpose. Sometimes some things that look like it doesn't make sense makes a lot of sense after we do it. Purpose. I hope that what I shared this morning to you about purpose that will move you forward in your recovery. Remember that when you went from active addiction into recovery, you gave up. And then when you was in recovery, recovery gave you a purpose to save yourself from addiction, to learn about Robert and his addiction and what he can do to make his life better. I hope this makes you have purpose in your life. I hope that the purpose that you have in your life is for you to live your life better than you did yesterday, to overcome the mistakes that you've made yesterday, to own up to it, and to move forward. Because see, when you clean the wreckage of your past, when you own up to your mistakes and you own up to them and you correct them, then when you go to sleep, those mistakes don't live rent-free in your head. Why? Because you did what you needed to do to stay clean and sober. You did what you needed to do to make you a better person. You did what you do so you can grow in your recovery. Remember, only you can live your best life if you keep the focus on yourself. You have a great and wonderful day. And tomorrow we'll be back on time. Today we had some issues and we got the issues taken care of, trial and error until it was fixed. So thank you for taking the time to check out this video about purpose at a later time. I appreciate your following. I appreciate you sharing this information with those who are interested in recovery. You have a great and wonderful day.